Hello, my name is Yizhao Martins, licensed marriage and family therapist, couples therapist. So why is it so hard to love your partner with ADHD? How come you feel sometimes they cannot receiving your love or giving their love? So what I'm about to explore in this video is coming from a place where I observe a lot of people with ADHD either suffer from the symptoms of ADHD or the trauma coming with not being diagnosed or underdiagnosed, but having symptoms in since childhood, and how that impact their brain and their ability to receive and to give love. So what are the difficulties in giving love? First thing, it could be their lack of capacity and the skill to give love. For example, you probably already heard this if you don't know that partners with ADHD, because how their brain is structured, they have a hard time planning and organizing things and follow through with tasks. That creates some challenges in, say, planning a special anniversary event or a birthday celebration for their partner. So it's not that they don't want to give, is they don't have the proper skills and capacity to make it happen. Number two, that comes with people, especially not diagnosed or underdiagnosed with ADHD and experiencing a lot of negative feedbacks growing up. So there's internalized shame that prevents them from giving love. What does it look like? It could be they're thinking, well, I cannot follow through anyways, so why start? The third one is in some way related, but slightly different. It's their perfectionism. It's like saying, well, I can never do anything my partner wants and exactly the way they want anyways, so why try? So you can see there could be more manifestations as for how they are having difficulty in giving love. But those three are just typical examples of partners that are either diagnosed or underdiagnosed with ADHD may have in giving love to you, even though they want to. They have all the intention to. So now let's take a look at the difficulties in receiving love. One is low self-esteem. A lot of people with ADHD tend to have low self-esteem because growing up they were told they're not good enough, they're being slow, they're being lazy, they don't try hard enough, that they can't meet certain standards, right, compared to the neurotypical population. So this low self-esteem related to ADHD or ADHD trauma that can cause them in not able to receive love and blocking the love that comes their way. Example will be they may think, well, I don't worth the love, care, dedication, admiration that's coming my way. I don't worth the effort, so I'm not going to take it in. The second type of the block in receiving love could be they are so disconnected from their bodily sensations, their feelings. This could be trauma related, but then ADHD, if underdiagnosed or not properly supported growing up, is a form of trauma, can cause trauma. So the ADHD partner may think, well, I don't know what I really like to receive. I don't know what it's like to be filled inside of me, this heart, with love and care. It is so strange and new, this sensation. Maybe it almost feels unsafe for them. So as soon as they feel the love is coming in, they block it right away and they stop it right there. I need to duck and cover. I need to retreat to get back to myself. That is very sad. So the third way they can block love and receiving love is what they cannot passively receiving, and they need to actively taking or robbing things from people. To put in more words, they will say, give me that. instead of saying, oh, let me tell you what I need or want, and then I'll be here and still and be open and wait for you to provide it for me, or maybe not, and I'm okay with being in this vulnerable place. But they cannot. So they, instead of being still, they reach out and are trying to grab or take whatever, and they want it. I want it now. I want it my way only and on my terms at my own time, and that's whatever's offered to me is never good enough. So that's pretty extreme. It's taking versus receiving. The last point I want to talk about is a lot of people with ADHD, partially because how their brain is structured, partially is how they're negatively reinforced by the environment, not supporting them, not providing enough guidance for them, and they struggle so much, and they lack the capacity and the words to express themselves. Um, not able to find words to express and identify their feelings, their thoughts coherently, and cannot really know or identify what are their needs and desires, not even talking about expressing that, right? So that is called poor self-definition. This is very sad because they may be expecting their partners to meet their needs without them telling them what they are, because they don't even know quite clear. They may have a sense, but they cannot stay with it long enough to explore and to let it surface and being fully expressed. So they believe that in some way, if their partner take the time, effort, energy to observe them, to figure them out and what the needs they have, and to make that effort to fulfill the needs, and so that is love for them, being this sitting here effortlessly being taken care of almost like a baby, and that is love. Well, it is a form of love, and that is the traditional, classic, unconditional love that a parent has for a child. But as we talked about this in these videos before, that a parent-child dynamic can be very typical in an ADHD-impacted relationship, which just kills the sexual attraction and wears down partners' intimacy. So overburden the non-ADHD partner as a caregiver, and it's not sustainable in the long term. So here are the ways that your ADHD partner could be blocked from giving love or receiving love, and they might be taking love from you, which is okay sometimes if both of you agree. And what are the ways to support them? Well, this is apparently difficult and probably frustrating for you. Well, as we mentioned in previous video before, diagnosing your partners and pushing them to change is never the way. So I invite you to get into your center, get into your heart, and notice what's going on for you, and what are your thoughts and feelings, what are your needs and desires. So the needs are different from desire. Desire is something, I wish it will happen, it will be great if it happens, but it doesn't happen, I will be okay. A need is, this is fundamental, if it's not met, I'm really not good, I'm not well. So that needs to be either met by you or somebody else for me to be okay. So get in touch with your own needs and desires and how you feel and think when your partner is blocking your giving or receiving love. What's the impact on you? Do you feel sad and hurt? Do you feel frustrated? What are the ways for you to model to your partner how to express yourself in an effective and kind way, so they might be able to hear you? And if you're really stuck, it might be helpful to find a professional that's well versed in this department to give you some guidance. Sometimes a neutral third party that can be effective in communicating something that your partner is not ready to hear from you, no matter how much you try, because the two of you are so locked in this dynamic. I hope this is helpful. Until next time.